It's not really a big deal, and I bet other people wouldn't even hear it, but I hear it. It is Sunday, September 5th, 2021, and on this week's edition of Sunday Sofa Time, we are not doing Sofa Time. By the way, I had to re-record this part of the video because I said the date wrong twice. What's wrong with me? Really quickly, everybody, I just got back from the Apex cruise yesterday, last night, and my bags didn't make it. And so one of the reasons that I'm not going to do a full Sofa Time today and instead do something else is because the tripod that I put my camera on and the microphone that I use, they're both in the suitcase, and I cannot hold my telephone like this for like 30 minutes, which is what I would have to do a full Sofa Time. So that's one of the reasons. And another reason is I know that so many of you are really excited to see and hear more about the Apex, and I am really excited to tell you about it too. But I just have realized that on my channel, doing things like back and forth out of order, it doesn't work very well. And so I'm going to continue with the Rousse Prestige River Cruise videos over the next probably 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, at the most 3 weeks. And then I'm gonna start with the Apex because that is like the proper order, you know what I mean? If you do want to see some of the Apex like right now, then make sure you're following me on Facebook and Instagram because I have been posting little video clips and stories about that. And of course, if you sign up or sign in to patreon.com/very unofficial, that is where you will be seeing some of it a little bit earlier. Some channels stay like real time and I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they like travel and then edit on that same day and upload it like the next day or 2 days later. I don't understand how that works. All right, now let's move on to the cabin tour from the Rousse Prestige. I am not leaving you empty-handed today. What I want to show you today is the cabin tour that I made on my very first river cruise. I actually just got back from that like 4 weeks ago, and the experience was way cooler than I expected it to be. The cabin does not have a lot of bells and whistles, but it's very adequate, and you know what? Just take a look at it. What's up, everybody? I'm Morgan from the Very Unofficial Travel Guides, and I'm here on the Rousse Prestige River Cruise boat from Plantours. Plantours is the name of the company that owns this, and I think 4 other river cruise ships, and a very small boutique-style ocean liner. And they actually invited me to come on this cruise, so thank you very much. I didn't have to pay to be here, but I'm also not being paid to be here or say anything or not say anything, just so we're clear about that. And we're currently on the Danube River. We started in Passau, Germany a couple days ago, and we were in Vienna yesterday, which was fantastic. Today we're gonna be in Budapest, and then a couple days we're gonna be in Bratislava, and a couple other really small, really cool, quaint, culture-filled and wine-filled cities along this river. I'm cruising alone, and I wanted to take the opportunity to show you my cabin here on the Rousse Prestige. And this doesn't count as a solo cabin. These are the same cabins that I think everybody on this deck has, and I'm just gonna show you around. So for everyone who may be looking away from the screen right now, this is cabin 313 on the Rousse Prestige. And I don't really know the different cabin categories on this ship because, like I said, this was offered to me and I didn't have to, you know, make the decision myself. So this is what a cabin on deck 3 looks like on the ship. And I'm gonna start from that corner over there. I've got the window open so you might be able to hear the water and the wind behind me. It's very adequate, and I have to say we've been parked second row a few times with other river cruise boats, and I've been able to look into the cabins, and it seems to be a pretty standard size river cruise cabin. I know a Viking ship that I saw had a different style balcony, so do you see how this area here is like the inside, and then I can open all this to make it, you know, like open to the outside. On Viking, this area was not part of the cabin, but it was like a balcony. But then the inside area is smaller. Know what I mean? One thing I always look for nowadays is here there are outlets next to each side of the bed, so 10 points for that. And you may have noticed I put a little Kleenex under the corner of this painting here because when the ship is vibrating a little bit, this like vibrates against the wall and makes a sound that I don't like. It's not really a big deal, and I bet other people wouldn't even hear it, but I hear it. There's a little bit of drawer space next to each side of the bed. And I don't know if you can tell this, but it looks like this cabin had like just been painted. Everything is, there's like no signs of wear and tear whatsoever. Over on this wall, we've got the closet with storage space at the top, a small safe, and then the little cubbies for clothes over here, and plenty of space to hang things up. I wonder, you know, if you're cruising with 2 people, you're gonna have to be very well organized to make sure everybody has a place for their stuff here, because the only other place I see to store things is gonna be down here. But I'm sure that people can make it work. Underneath the telephone, there's also a drawer here. This is my Technic drawer. This is where I've got all my cords and cables and adapters and stuff like that. Then there is a small television, a very new, very high quality television. This is interesting. This little power cube. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, outlets. It's kind of like an extension cord, basically. These are all European plugs, but this ship does cater to the German market. Everybody has their own audio things here for the excursions, and so you just keep this for the whole week, and they don't have to keep cleaning them every time, which I think is very practical. Oh, I can hear a ship coming. It's a big ship. Looks like a barge. Looks like a barge carrying dangerous goods, like fuel or something. There's a little bit of counter space here and a stool, so you can sit there and, put on your makeup or do your hair or whatever. That looks like a cupboard, but the air conditioning unit isn't there, so we can't open that up. And then I have seen in the other cabins that they have 2 chairs there when there's 2 people in the cabin, but they took one out for me, which I think is very practical because then I have a little bit more space. And now a question I know a lot of you are going to be asking me: what about the bathroom door? Is it Morgan approved? And the answer is yes. It is a normal, solid door that closes all the way at the top and the bottom. Right next to the bathroom door, we have the thermostat here. This is a little bit old school, but it works very well. You can choose between 3 different fan speeds here, and then the heat or air con, and yeah, it cools down or warms up very quickly. The lighting situation in the bathroom is not bright, but I'll do my best to show you what I can. It's kind of, I would say it's the typical cruise ship cabin bathroom size. It's laid out a little bit differently. There's the 2 cups there, and then a little bit of counter space for your doodads here. And other than that, there isn't really a lot of space in here for anything. Might be nice if there was another shelf up there, or maybe over here, or even down there. So for 2 people, this could be a little bit tight, but that's not really a lot different than most cruise ships, is it? The shower has a hard cabin door, so no curtains sticking to you, and it's an interesting size. Check out the footprint here. That area is pretty normal wide, and then it gets really thin over here. But it's good water pressure. I have enjoyed showering in this bathroom. Look at this. Wildlife. And that's that. As you may know, because I've said it in the other videos, this is my first river cruise, so I don't really have anything firsthand to compare it to. Like I said, I did get to look directly into other cabins on other ships, because when you're on a river cruise, the ships dock literally right next to you, and then you have to walk over the other ships to get onto land, or the passengers from the other ship have to walk over your ship to get on land. So if the people leave their curtains open, it's It's like literally that far away.
Okay, well maybe this far.
And this looks to be pretty standard. I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. I've got about 20 cruise ship cabin tours on my channel. Royal Caribbean, NCL, Disney, Carnival, Mein Schiff, AIDA, quite a few. And at the end of this month, I'm gonna be cruising with the brand new Celebrity Apex as well, so why not subscribe? And if you are subscribed, please check to make sure that you're still subscribed, because YouTube, again, went through and unsubscribed people from all kinds of channels. It's like if they haven't watched a video from that channel in a month or something, then they unsubscribe.
Not helpful, YouTube. Not helpful.
I'm gonna start packing my bag and get ready for a day in Budapest, and I will see you in a few days. Bye-bye.